this is what it's like to take a boat to your very own private island off the shore of Connecticut. So this is it.
Welcome to Rogers Island.
This is a private island.
This is a private island. We're in the Thimble Islands. There's over 350 small islands off the coast of Connecticut.
What's the stats on the house? What do we have?
So we're at 7.65 acres.
Okay.
The main house was built in 1902. It has 10 bedrooms. My clients just redid the kitchen and bathrooms. Absolutely spectacular. You have a gorgeous pool house, tennis court, putting green, guest cottage, artist cottage.
My question is, what type of person would be buying this? I know you can't say names, but like what industry are they working in? What's their background?
That's a great question. I don't know for sure, but certainly someone who owns a lot of real estate. This is just one piece of their real estate puzzle, and some place that they probably will only use 4 to 8 weeks, maximum a year. So enjoy yourself. Find your way around, and I'll be at the pool if you need me.
All right.
See you later.
It's a lot of island to film, and I don't even know where to start. So first impressions of the island, I'm actually shocked at how large it is. The pictures I don't think really do it justice as far as the scale goes. This area in particular feels a lot like Sweden. Very interesting landscape. And of course, as soon as you enter, you've got the R here in the stone. We're on Rogers Island, and it's almost like a Garden of Eden. I was told that every single tree here was flown in, and you actually have below little placards. Like if you come and check this out, this is a Norway maple. And it's interesting because off the dock, the landscaping kind of informs the flow of movement up this hill here, which is, I guess would say the driveway, but there's no cars on the island. I believe there's golf carts. And we're going up pretty high, and you can see, just look at this landscaping here. You have open boulders that have been left into the landscaping, built around here. And again, all these trees have been brought in. This is an eastern red cedar. We have lighting on all the trees, so I'm actually excited to see what this looks like at night, because even I'm looking up there and I see a light hanging from that tree way up high, so I'm blown away. I've seen a lot of nice houses, but the feeling that you get when you get off that boat here, oh, and then the path is snaking along here, and we have the first view of the house, which is absolutely stunning. This is a Tudor style house. It was built in 1902, and just look how imposing and real this is. Red brick fireplaces going all the way up there with the chimneys. This is my kind of house. I prefer pre-war homes to modern homes just because of the history and look how solid this is. This is here for the ages. And again, with the landscaping, you have now these Japanese maples here with some granite steps leading up to the home. But I'm gonna wait and show you the rest of the island before we actually head in the house, because the island is over 7 acres of land, and there's a lot to cover as far as the actual property. And it's worth showing the entire island because the whole thing is landscaped to perfection. I mean, just walk and talk with me. Look at how, look at the view to the back now. We're actually elevated pretty high. Speaking of the landscaping, there's actually a greenhouse on the island that is the size of like a Home Depot greenhouse. And there's a full-time staff that keeps this looking how it looks. And it is pristine. And I would imagine it looks the same year-round. Typically when we film these tours, we'll either get a few days sometimes or a few hours. For this shoot, we only have a few hours, and this is my first time exploring the island pretty much live with you. And look at the landscaping here. This is very much like a Central Park-esque Olmsted design where you can tell that it's been manicured, but it's very much in line with nature. There's no right angles, it's all curves here. The thing about a garden like this is that it takes decades for these shrubs and these flowers to grow into this size, and the pre-planning and forethought that goes into that is the sign of an amazing garden. For example, my mom grows hydrangeas. These have been around for a long time to get to that volume and maturity. And now we're gonna actually go back to the house just to get another look at it. And here we can get another look at the architecture again with the red brick, the Tudor style there. And the beauty is every single thing is intentional and guides the eye as you kind of meander around the property. For example, even now, look at these cedar trees, which actually act now as a ceiling covering this path with these pavers below my feet. It's an island of serenity. It's truly a Garden of Eden. And check this out. We have a cascading waterfall, which leads into not one, but 2 koi ponds with fully mature kois. And wait till you see what's in front of me. I feel like I'm walking down the aisle, but welcome to your formal gardens. And again, this is something that you would find at a palace, a French chateau. But here on this island, we have formal gardens. Right now we've got tons of roses, there's lavender, there's actually a few vegetables in here. And at the very end of the garden, we have some stairs that lead down to one of the beaches on the island, which is just open rock face right into the sea here. I'm kind of shocked at this because, like I mentioned, you can't really tell how large this island is until you're physically on it or watching it through YouTube. You know what else is cool? Even how it takes you from the natural landscaping with these pavers and just guides you to the sunken garden. And let's break down some of the flowers. So again, it is sunken. We have roses all on the outline here. Boxwood hedges perfectly formed around the perimeter. Look at the dune grass even above the roses there. Landscape design is something that I don't really talk about too much on this channel, but this is, I said Garden of Eden, and I really love how they use kind of the natural elements. This is a granite staircase that leads us down because again, the island has a lot of different terrain. It's quite hilly, which I didn't expect. Oh, who's this? Who's this guy? What's up, buddy? Come here. You want a treat? Nope. Hi, how are you? Good, good. I did mention this before, but there is an entire staff living on this island and maintaining it because it is that big. That's another thing. Everywhere you look, you have these kind of moments. Like I looked at the stairs behind us with the trees forming that bridge. That's like a wedding photo spot right there. And I hate the term moments. I heard one agent say that once and it kind of got caught in my real estate vernacular, but there really are these moments all over the island and that's due to the landscaping. But off to my right here, we've got a full-size tennis court and I love how they actually use cedar from the island to make the fence around the courts there. Every single tree is labeled, and that was not an exaggeration. This is a slippery elm. Actually, I'm gonna read that. So every slippery elm tree contains a substance that becomes a slick gel when mixed with water, which then smooths the throat, stomach, and mouth because of the antioxidants that relieve inflammation. That's actually sick. The fact that they have, one, the tree's labeled, but then the holistic use for that said tree. Wow. I'm gonna have to read each one. Well, that's the thing, you could get lost on this island. You could come here and spend an entire week and get lost. For example, that's the guest house. And the guest house was also built in 1902, and you can tell that by the wide floor planks below the feet. I believe this is a 3-bedroom. You wanna actually check upstairs first? So we're right off the door, guest bedroom, and again, this is like the cottage, and this house is a pretty sizable house. You can tell by the steepness of the staircase, also the age of the house. That's cool. Chimney right here. So there's a quick little look at one of the bedrooms. This one has an ensuite bathroom. Actually, check this out. Funky tiling here. Oh, this actually wraps around here. Come this way. Oh, this is sick. I didn't expect this. So there's actually a little balcony over the front here. So you get a better view of the tennis court there. So back on downstairs, it's all open concept. So you got the kitchen right here open with a little section there, dining room here. And then again, this is like the just hangout area here with a little couch. But this is the part about the guest house that is the best. Look at this. You've got the sound of the waves lapping up on the rocks, the sounds of the seagulls, views of all the other islands, which, I mean, I didn't know that this area was specifically known for these old world mansions on these outcroppings. Crazy view. And then follow me this way. Outdoor dining. And then the porch wraps around the whole house. And wherever you look, beautiful landscaping. So behind me at the tennis court In front of me, there is a custom Jack Nicklaus designed putting green meant to replicate Pebble Beach on this island. With the views of the ocean right in front of you, it's pretty next level. Not too hard of a putt. But all for the guest house, this is pretty sweet. I was showing again the island really, did I just step in crap? No, it was mud. We're good. I was showing the island really briefly, so I have a bit of a lay of the land, but check out this. So this is like a Home Depot style greenhouse, and the past owners, they kept palm trees in here, which is why it's like 35-foot high ceiling. All right, we are now locked out. Welcome to your greenhouse where you can fit palm trees. And speaking of Home Depot, like this is the Home Depot section for plants at this house here. And currently it just has a bunch of random miscellaneous things in it. Whew. And we haven't even shown the house yet. I kind of like this style of a tour, very casual, just taking in the land. So we actually have, this is just built in with the natural stones on the island, this path. So I want to thank the sponsor of this week's episode, BetterHelp, and in doing so, I wanted to share something from my own personal journey working with a therapist. So the thing about therapy, a lot of times when someone hears the word therapist, they think, oh, something's wrong. I need to see a therapist because this is wrong or that's wrong. But that's the farthest from the truth. Knowing thyself is the ultimate power one can achieve in this life. Knowing why you react to certain things how you do, knowing things that set you off. The incredible thing about therapy is that if you do find that right person, that right therapist, you can unlock your greatest superpowers. And that's where BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp is the largest online platform for telehealth therapy, meaning it's all virtual, none of it's in person, it's through the phone. Therapy, like I've mentioned, is a lot like dating. You're gonna try out a few therapists before you find the right one, and that can sometimes be discouraging, but you just have to know that when you do find that person that you feel comfortable, who has the wisdom, the development and knowledge, who aligns with what you're looking to achieve, the results can be quite astounding. BetterHelp's given us a code for a discount, which I've linked down below in the description. Again, BetterHelp, thank you for sponsoring this episode. And if you are watching this, see a therapist. Even if there's nothing wrong in your life, there's always value in talking to someone who's not gonna judge you. That is the generator of the house, and I was told that this house can power itself like indefinitely for almost a month. If you did buy this or you own this, you would need this to get around because it's that big. It's over 7 acres. There's actually an old track here built in where I'm guessing this is the old boat slip. And follow me this way. This is dock number 2. And this is the one sandy beach on the island because the rest of it again is just rock to the water. It slips for 3 sea-doos here. There's some jet skis down there. That's the utility boat for hauling large things. And I love at the end of the dock, that American flag is 20 foot by 10 foot maybe. That's probably an understatement. Man, I don't get political in these videos, but this island is an echo to a time when America was in a lot better state. People built houses like this to last. And it's actually interesting. Every single island here has a flag flying. Off of that secondary dock behind me, we have this gravel path which connects the whole island, so to save time walking. Movie magic, we're at the end of the gravel walkway where we have I believe don't quote me here, one of the, I would say 5 or 6 structures on the island. And actually, can you see that in the camera? Look at the house, the main house. I love the hill and the approach of the island, how you see the house from multiple angles, but not fully yet. But this is the art studio, which is built in with these hard stones on these pillars. We got the groundskeeper to bring us the key. I have yet to see in here, so. Oh wow, this is a lot more than I was expecting. This is pretty sweet. Oh, and the smell in here, wow. So this is like a proper just little studio with a built-in kitchen here. I'm actually gonna claw up this. So check this out. We actually have a solid amount of room up there. Not too bad. And I love how we're facing west, lots of light. And then this is the bathroom with no shower. Wow, it's just a powder room. Tiny little bathroom in here. But for a nice little studio, the crazy thing is, I would like sleeping here maybe more than in the main house. I don't think we're missing too much in here, so we're gonna actually just take you to the house now. Look at this landscape. Again, every time I say landscaping, kidding. But look, you got this stone leading up this staircase here, built in again to this natural hill. And look at the chimneys. Look at those Tudor chimneys rising up with the red clay roof. I love how they had the blue on the actual side of the house. But shall we go inside? So we're entering technically the back of the home up these stairs here. And this in itself is just a nice little courtyard. Again, this is where we started the tour when we went that way. So entering the house, where if you didn't know, now you do, we are on Rogers Island. So we have a big purple and green Rogers Island rug here in the entryway, which I want to notice how thin this is. So this is the back door, that's the front door. We'll get out there in a sec, but off to my left here, this is the entertaining room. You've got 2 long tables here, original fireplace there with marble over top, and this is again just like the hangout room. Now, I would have loved to have seen this home before it was renovated, but I'm believing that this is original here. So you have the trim going more than halfway up the walls there, back into the main entry area, off to the other wing of the house. Oh, look at the light right now. So this is like your kind of informal living room, original brick fireplace there, and look at, wow, the light in the kitchen right now. So we have tons of sunlight pouring into this kitchen. This was just redone with marble island front and center. I love how you have the kind of the gold trimming around all the cabinets. And then here we just gotta pop these open to see if there's any, nothing, no food. But you've got 2 huge Sub-Zeros, freezers down below, and then marble on the countertop, backsplash. Damn, this is an 8-burner range. So this is a proper chef's kitchen. That term again is tossed around in real estate, but this is actually one. This is pretty sweet too. You have a little daybed here along this window with a view to the west for your sunsets. Then you have a little wet bar here. I actually love how they have the faucets. These are kind of rusted up and more antique looking. Open shelving there. I'll point this out here. We're not gonna go up this staircase. So this is the secondary staircase here. We'll go back down that one. I'm gonna save this for a second, but the wraparound porch in this house, the porch is almost nicer than the inside. Like I would spend all my time out there. But I'm gonna take you up to the second floor now. So again, double width stairwell here, leading up to this landing, which runs the entire length of the home. In front of us, this is the owner's wing of the house. So again, you've got this brick fireplace, unfortunately painted white in my opinion, but then again, you have all this millwork over top the fireplace. Little, I guess, not a wet bar, but you've got the coffee maker here, mini fridge, and then the space is divided by king size bed here. And then the TV, I believe, I don't have the remote, but it pockets in and comes out of here, keeping your views of the lawn, just so you have nice views of all that landscaping. And then off to my left, whoa, this is actually my first time seeing this. Come check this out. Look at this bathroom. Oh man. Cedar sauna in the bathroom. That's a flex. If you know about the benefits of a sauna, you know. I'm sold. Aside from this, you got the dual vanity. I believe this is quartz on the countertop. Huge mirror going around there. Funky light fixtures and funky skull art too. You've got the shower with 2 of the fattest rainfall shower heads I've seen in a home. Speaker in this shower, lights built in here. I would call this a smart shower because it definitely is. And then you've got these cool little kind of river stones on the floor and this like almost glass tiling here on the walls and the ceilings. Glass door, vent over top. Back out through the bedroom space. There's actually also almost like a little changing area here that I didn't point out. So we have closet space on either side, and you could put like a little daybed here and change, but I like this little area. And then again, the views of the greenery. But if we leave the owner's suite, back out off the stairwell, you can really see the length of the house here. And that's done to optimize all the guest bedrooms so everyone has a view. And we're gonna just go into more of them than not, because they're all pretty funky themed. I mean, this is just like, you got the beachy vibes in here. And I wanna also point out that this home, like the agent said, who's buying this, typically this would be someone's second, third, fourth home. So it's currently staged as that. It's staged very much as a fun summer home that they'd come to on the weekends. Now we're entering the earthy room with this bright green carpet. And I want to show you the bathrooms because This is Jack and Jill bathroom connecting these two rooms here. And these are actually some original, like that's an original toilet for sure. But then on the other side, check out this. This is one of the larger guest bedrooms with even, look at the walls here. This is wild. Bold choices for the furnishings, I like it. Because sometimes I feel like people go with the subdued and this is really taking a whack at it. And from this room, you actually have more windows than the previous one, so you have views of the actual sea, views of the lawn, and sunlight coming in from the west. And look at this. I've always wanted one of these, like an actual piggy bank. The joy of slamming this thing open. I don't know why that was just speaking to me. But out of this bedroom, oh, this is cool too. So I would imagine when this was built, there was no air conditioning. So that's pretty sweet that they left that top vent for airflow in the house. So for perspective, we have one more bedroom down here. Quickly just come into this one. Again, there's 10 bedrooms in the entire house. For me, it's fun to see because traditionally a lot of these older homes, they do have bathrooms which are also serving as connecting the guest rooms. Whereas nowadays you just have the ensuite because people kind of want their privacy. But as you can see, it's connecting to the game room. So we're above the kitchen as far as layout of the home. And this is the game room, got a pool table, hangout area, views to the west of the water, sunlight pouring in here. And just again for the perspective, this was the staircase off of the kitchen. So this would be like the secondary staircase. And we're only on the second floor. And I mentioned how imposing this house was. So there's still one more floor. Like this is a proper 3-story home. And here you can even see the design of the roof slanting now down this hallway. We're just gonna quickly walk through here. Oh, I haven't even seen any of this yet, so we're gonna actually go through all of this. Another guest bedroom, and I have to say, I feel like this house is bigger than 10,000 square feet. It feels like that. And I think that's just the layout of older homes. They really, I'm not sure. It feels substantial. So out of this guest room, this is the guest bedroom floor. Actually, even some of the details in here haven't pointed out, but it's very well done. This is the Americana room. Got the American blue bedpost here. I mentioned this down by the docks, but this is great to see. An Americana themed room. And also here, I want to point this out because this is actually the latch. So how would this work? Maybe it's functioning, maybe not. But that's how you open that, and that wasn't on the last one. This one does not have a bathroom. The bathroom's actually right here in the hallway. And we have another guest bedroom here. This is the Rock'em Sock'em Robots bedroom. Got some retro going on here. Okay, I have to point this out. So this is like proof of that. So back in the day, this is purely for airflow. And I noticed the house is very thin and the prevailing winds typically in the summertime come off the ocean. So the breeze would come from the ocean right through the house. And I imagine cooled down pretty decently. Given airflow to this hallway, which runs the entire length of the house again. Nice little in-seating there. We can quickly just walk in here because again, 10 bedrooms, like this is the pink room. There's a sign that says giggle. I like keeping it light. It's good to see. Oh, wow. Okay, this one is sweet. Actually the layouts of these rooms are pretty awesome. They're very thematic and specific with the color themes. So we're back down to the first floor, and I mentioned the porch was my favorite part. This might be one of the most beautiful wraparound porches in the country. This is a proper covered porch. You can tell by how deep it is, and it wraps around the entire house. And we're catching it right now at golden hour with the light coming in like this. I love just the mix of materials too, red brick. Imagine working out on this porch. You got the Peloton, a treadmill, you got some free weights. Working out in nature is one of my favorite things because there's just something about hearing the birds and the winds and the smells on this island. That's something that you're not even picking up on. The combination of whatever these trees are, the aroma in the air is so, it just smells like summertime. I want to also mention the use of, again, those Japanese maples that really highlight the red brick here in the house. And just take a look at this frame coming down the porch with the light coming in. Nice little seating area here. Serenity is the name of the game with this island. And look how it opens up on the corners where you have a banquet table, red brick everywhere, facing west with this banquet table. And there's something so special about wraparound porches making a home feel like a home. And then this also goes down here to the rest of the land. So off of the back wraparound porch, now you can get that view of that opening shot with the architecture of this home, just the pure symmetry. And I mentioned this before, but the presence of the house, again, built in 1902, they don't build like this anymore. And you can see just in the frame how, I mean, look at this thing. It looks like a European estate. It doesn't look like it would be in Connecticut. I'd also want to point out the landscaping again, like they kept all the features, like these are glacial deposits that they just left in the grass. And I can't mention enough and state enough how well of a job they did with the landscaping of the entire island too. That's why I want to just really walk you through the place. And where we're going is actually, we saved the best for last. You've got the granite pavers built into the glacial deposits of granite, leading down the stairs to what I could only describe as the type of pool that would be, like the agent said, at an Amman, a 5-star hotel. Like just we'll swing around and get a little glimpse of this pool. So built into this granite pool deck, you've got your hot tub. You could swim laps in this pool, and then just day beds on day beds, more seating area, and the pool house. Keeping with the theme. And look at, like, I would live in this pool house. I'd be very happy. So you've got vaulted ceilings with, I believe those are transom windows, but it's kind of meant to mimic an old, like a crow's or widow's watch. So a lot of these old houses have widow's watches where the actual wife would go and look toward the sea for their husband or their sons out there sailing. And I like how they have that there to let the light into the space. You even have a kitchen built in here. Windows everywhere, doors opening on all 4 corners. Got a TV, but why would you ever be watching a TV here? And you have a nice little dining room space off to the side here. And just views of the sea. And then the patio leads down this double staircase, which meets perfectly in the center here, to the point of the island, where we have a gazebo built onto this open rock face. And I actually did get lost, like actually.
That's the magic of the island.
It is one of those places though where like I want to stay. I wish I had $35 million. If someone did have that, where can they find out more information?
They can look me up at jennifer.leahy at elliman.com.
And with that, I hope you're well watching this. All the information is linked down below in the description, and I'll see you in the next episode.